What's up and good morning? Well, then that's not even a good morning. We're not even gonna start with that. The morning sucks. Wow, all right, where do we begin? So I wasn't even planning on filming anything today. We're just pouring a little concrete pad out here, and it was a little bit more than we wanted to pour or try to mix by hand, which is typically how we've been doing a lot of concrete out here. Like, it was such a basic pour. I wasn't even filming anything today because it's just gonna be something quick, easy, wham bam, thank you ma'am, we're done. So we opted this time to order up a truck because again, we didn't want to mix that much concrete. So what was supposed to be a very quick, easy morning, again, much easier than the concrete pours we've done previously because we weren't gonna have to mix it all. We're just gonna lay it down, finish it, be done. Easy day for me and Papa Rhino. Well, our concrete truck shows up, he gets about halfway down the road and just sits in this tree line. So we like wave to get his attention. Well, then he starts backing up and then we are waving, no, don't back up, stop. You have to drive further this way to get to my gate. What does he do? He keeps backing up. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna try to go down the road down the side of the property. Well, if you guys are familiar with our videos, you know when it rains or if it's rained in the past month or so, that road is quicksand. We've pulled UPS trucks out of there. So I jump in the tractor because it's the closest vehicle to me and I'm trying to get to this guy in a hurry while waving my arms, telling him to stop. Everybody out here is telling him to stop. Apparently he didn't see that or something happened and he drove his truck right into the quicksand. And we're talking a fully loaded concrete truck that is now stuck in the quicksand, about to tip over. I got no words. I got no words for how this morning has gone so far. I'm in James's Polaris because I needed to run back and grab my GoPro. And I'm like, you know, I gotta film this. I'm sorry to the driver, but we gotta film this. So check this out, y'all. Out of courtesy for the driver, I'm gonna, hold on, oh, got a little dirt on there. I'm gonna try to not show him on camera, but this truck is, it's buried significantly more than the UPS truck was, and obviously it weighs way more than the UPS truck did. So out here, this dirt is like quicksand. Well, this sand is like quicksand. So the more you mess with it, the more water starts to come up and eventually you're suctioned in and you're buried. Well, as you can see here, this truck, I mean, I don't even like standing on this side of it. So the driver's door is still open because the driver opted to jump out. And I don't blame the guy. I would have jumped out too. Front of the cab doesn't seem like it's too tilted, but the back with all of this weight sitting back there, this bad boy really wants to go over. And then he has to keep the drum spinning because obviously if you just let the concrete sit and settle, it's gonna go off. So he doesn't want the concrete to dry in the drum, so he's got the drum spinning very, very slowly because the more you spin it, the more, you know, concrete right now is basically liquidus inside of it, and it's gonna slosh around. So you don't want it to slosh around too fast because that's gonna basically make the truck sink more. Because again, you saw with my foot back there, the more you mess with this sand, the more you start to bury yourself and bury yourself. So the more vibrations and stuff that the truck is doing, the more the truck is getting buried. How's our gauge looking?
Move. I don't see this going well.
You don't see it sinking anymore, or you don't see it coming out?
I don't see it coming out nicely.
Uh-oh.
Pull on this side, it's going to want to pull the truck down more. But you pull on this side, it's just going to like, dude, it's like right there on the tipping point. Like, yeah, right there.
Got a ratchet strap. We can ratchet strap it to the tree.
Yeah.
Take a little look at the front here. I mean, I partially feel bad for the driver. Like, this sucks. This is gonna be very expensive to get out. Like, I don't think it's a one wrecker job because you can't get a wrecker close enough or the wrecker's gonna get buried. And then if the wrecker just starts to pull, like, what's to keep the truck from wanting to continue to go over that way? You almost need one wrecker pulling it to keep it from flipping over and then the other one to pull it back that way. Now, if you know us out here, you know, like, we're always open to try to get stuff out. So James has his massive excavator. He's offered to bring that excavator over and give it a shot, but we want to make sure the concrete company signs off on that first before we go doing that, because we don't want 100% of the liability should anything happen. I mean, this is pretty sketchy situation here. Now I gotta say, at least you know, they're not trying to put this one on us. They have, well, I don't think they're gonna try to put this one on us. We had nothing to do with this decision. But our second truck has arrived. So we got a whole new truck because this one ain't coming out anytime that the mud's gonna be good. Again, I brought the tractor over thinking maybe we can unload it, but the driver just does not want to spin the drum the other way. I mean, we were so on the tip edge of that thing tipping over. Well, we got that concrete truck poured out in record time. Again, this is like a super small, just little concrete pad that we would have been done a long time ago if this truck hadn't gotten stuck. But I did notice the wrecker showed up. Let's go get an update. Alrighty, so it looks like the wrecker is It's about as anchored as he's gonna get. What are these things? Are these going into the ground, or those? I think you can flip those up, and those will be spikes as well. Let's go see. They're trying to figure out a good way to anchor to this thing. Supposedly it sounds like he's confident doing it with one truck. I mean, maybe not confident, but confident enough to try. James, we need chain like that, man.
That's big money chain right there.
Got to be on the higher end of stuck, huh?
For our mixers, yeah.
But like with the truck in good condition, because I feel like it's easier when these just wreck, because then you don't care about how you're yanking it out. This one you want to keep good. What's that cable rated for?
I know.
100?
No, 50,000 pound winch.
Gotcha. So doubled up. 100. So it looks like the tow truck driver is pulling 2 lines off of the back corner there and there. So doubled up, these are 50,000 pound winches. I'm assuming we're doubling it up with that snatch block down there. So I'm assuming that gives 200,000 pounds of pull if you got double the winches. I don't know, not the best at math. So apparently if the concrete starts to go, I mean, it's been going off for probably 2 hours now, but I guess they're saying you can dump like a 2 liter of Coca-Cola in there, and that'll keep the concrete from going off and stiffening up in the drum. So our neighbor got as many cans of Coke as he could find, just in case we need to go to those measures, and fill that bad boy up with some Coca-Cola. Hopefully save the drum from having to get chipped out. Now, because there's so much cable out, there's not really a good place to stand that's close up to all the action, because if that cable snaps, you know, that's going and slicing some people in half. So I'm trying to find a good spot that I can film from, but it's gonna be at a little bit of a distance with the GoPro's wide angle lens. All right, just tightening everything up. Oh. All right, let's see if he can do it. Nobody's in the cab. Nobody's really excited to get in the cab, which I don't blame them, but they might have to throw somebody in there. The concrete truck does have lockers in the rear, and one side of the axles are actually up on like somewhat decent ground, so it might help if the truck can't just pull it out by itself. James, is this the right spot to stand? I mean, I guess if he's standing there. I learned my lesson last time when I got hit by a truck. I went where everybody else didn't go. I'm just gonna go where the crowd is this time. Oh shit.
Supposedly you're supposed to be like out of the radius of that cable, so we are technically like in a danger zone.
That rear end on the truck is dug in very well. It's starting to pull the truck back a little bit. I really wish I could get closer, guys, but I ain't getting killed today this way. So the driver went over to work the handles instead of using his wireless remote. It's almost pulling the truck. That bumper's digging in now, right?
On its tipping point.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. That thing is buried.
Oh yeah, she's real.
I mean,
It's significantly worse. I mean, it's all the way up to the fenders now. That whole bumper's gonna dig in. So we just watched, he just loosened up this side winch and the entire truck started to go. I mean, it's much worse than it was.
If it tips, it's just gonna fall. It ain't gonna do anything wild and crazy. It's not gonna roll, it's just gonna fall.
No, yeah.
Just throw the cans in the bed of the... Give me the empties, brother.
You say a 2 liter will keep a whole drum from going off? Or does it take more than that? It's pretty impressive.
So normally it's like 2 or 3 pounds of sugar will do it. I think does the whole.
All right, so they're pouring the Coke in right now to, yeah, I guess somewhat save the load. Can you still use it after? Well, it'll never set up, right?
It won't set up properly.
It's like months.
Really? Jeez.
So sugar, it creates a chemical reaction in it, and it stops the hardening agent that's in cement. So
Gotcha. With that half gallon of Coke, it just might be it. So they are now on 2 12 packs? I think 12 packs of Coca-Cola. They think they might have started the Coca-Cola a little too late. That it's probably not gonna save the drum. The second tow truck has arrived. The first guy, he needs something to hold it up from going over. As you can see, as he was digging that one side deeper in, I mean, we're getting closer and closer to this thing just completely tipping over, which at that point, there's a whole nother host of issues that we don't want to encounter today.
No, you want me more of this way.
You want me on the inside of the thing? Drill this thing and have to.
What's that? No, you're grabbing. This is gonna be quite the hefty tow bill today, guys. 2 of these big boys out here, it gets expensive quick. So I believe they're gonna use this truck to try to anchor it and keep it from wanting to roll over. And they're gonna use this truck to pull it back. You can see this guy, he's even kind of sinking in a little bit. This area is not bad, there's no water under here, but look how much he's sunk in since he got here. Probably a solid 8 inches or so. So obviously at this point, there's nothing any of us can do. So, you know, everybody's here enjoying the show. Cheers. So you can see they've got the other truck way boomed out, and now they're trying to find somewhat of a good pick point. There's nowhere high up to really grab this thing. This has been quite the day so far, guys. Did not expect this.
What? You go circle the whole loop around here and fix it over here? No, I want to go around the rim.
Looks like they're taking up slack wherever they grabbed over there. So they ran into a little issue. Apparently the cable came off of their spool on the yellow truck, so that has now been rectified. I feel like anybody that's coming out here today is getting some kind of jink. I'm in my safe spot right here. Are those OSHA approved glasses?
Yes.
Oh, we're good then.
Stop a winch block at 1,000 miles an hour.
Perfect. Everything's hooked up. They've got some tension on it. I'm assuming they're about ready to start pulling, hopefully. How long have we been here? 4 hours? 5? It's been 6 hours? I don't even know what time it is. My phone's been dead since. Is it? We'll do it like we're at a concert. We'll watch a closer view on James's.
Here, let me zoom in.
There you go. Perfect, perfect. Oh, she's coming. Possibly deeper. I gotta say, guys, she's coming. If she gets a little further back, that rear bumper though is heavily digging in. Oh, she's sinking a little bit more. Keep it straight! Straight! Straighten the wheel! It's crazy how strong these trucks are. So that whole rear bumper is just completely dug in. I mean, that is a lot of pressure that this thing is. It's basically like an anchor that these trucks are able to pull out of. I would not want to be the guy standing pulling those levers. I mean, they're so close to those big old steel cables.
And they're pulling them up that hill. They need to be pulling them this way. I don't know how that thing hasn't tipped over.
Right? Especially now, it's dang near solidified in there. So you have this giant weight that's going around every time that thing spins, which is throwing pressure on both sides. Well, we were to the bottom of the fender. Now we're to the top of the fender buried. And now you're gonna get the front dug in, you're gonna bury the fuel tank. Is that a fuel tank on the side? The water tank?
We're gonna have to get a crane out here. Hey Brewer, you need me to come grab some counterweights?
Oh, 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 oh.
What's going on? I don't like those sounds.
Yeah, that's interesting. Heck of a day, guys. This is a heck of a day.
A lot of creaking going on. Oh.
Did you hear that concrete?
No, it's the drop axle shifting around.
Ooh. I want to stop spinning it. All right, so he has stopped spinning the drum. Oh, he shut the whole dang thing down.
We're just spitting concrete out.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about you getting stuck. I'm worried about getting you somewhere close to this idiot. You know, get to this side, pick this thing up. There ain't much holding the drum.
No, it's just floating. That backside's floating.
You know what I mean?
Well, it quit floating. It started spitting concrete out.
Yeah, so if I loosen up this line, you are the one that's holding up the truck right now. I'll go over here, then I'll lift up and boom up.
So at one point it tipped at such an angle that the concrete actually started coming out. Well, dry chunks of concrete started coming out of the drum. So, and those like backs of those drums are pretty much free floating, right? Because they have to spin. So the front has the hydraulic motor that spins the drum, and then the rear is just floating on some rollers. That's what allows it to do 360s without getting wound up. So there's not a whole lot holding that drum on. It sounded like it was binding as it was turning and all that weight was on there. And those starting to kind of want to come off those rollers. So we don't want the drum to pop off. We don't want the truck to flip over. Well, we are almost on hour 7 now. They have moved the second truck. They're gonna try to pick this side up a little bit. The problem is he can't boom out very far. So obviously the further the boom goes out, the less weight capacity he has. And this is a 40-ton wrecker. That thing weighs roughly 40 tons. So his strongest is keeping the boom super close, but he can't back the truck up too close to pick that up because he's gonna sink as well. So they've got a new game plan. They're gonna try to pick it from a couple of different points from further out, but kind of like the boom over there did, where it's a little bit higher up, and try to pull up. Well guys, we got a second vehicle stuck for the day here. Oh, we ain't gonna get into this one.
So it's gonna be this one?
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Setting, you got this fucking thing up.
Okay.
Just gotta be a man about it, I guess.
Here you go. I'll do this.
Next one up.
What?
Yeah.
Let's go up here. Let's go up here. I kind of that fucking compact shit over there will work.
Good.
So
Next
why
one.
did he stop right there? He just sunk or what?
Yeah. I think.
Good thing you're skinny, bro. My fat ass is good, man.
Yeah, I'm on it. There you go. Now we gotta do that middle. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Now it's the fun one.
You earned your stripes today, crawling around in this stuff. I'm gonna leave a good Yelp review.
This guy.
Told your driver, fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that. Yeah, this shit ain't going nowhere. This shit is planted, bro. I feel like this shit is quick.
It is quicksand. The more you move and fight, the more water comes up and the deeper you go.
Hey, you guys can have a nice mud bog right here, huh?
I'm clear over here. It's got to be that center one, or I think it's the back on the center. I think we got this one. Hold on. Let me pull this bolt out. All right. Can I keep this? Nope. Oh.
It's gonna happen.
All right. So they're slinging around the drum. They're gonna use that sling to pull from that truck to try to hopefully keep the tension that way. So they've got 2 more pick points off the back corner there. That's gonna go to the white truck. Yellow truck still holding the drum there. And I'm assuming they're hoping that that yellow can rotate that and pick it up out of the ground. Let's get our sideline reporter. James, how do you feel about that plan?
Dude, I think that drum's gonna crumple. They're gonna have to like work in such good unison for this to go smoothly. And,
also, shout out to that guy for continually jumping in there.
that guy's the real hero today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, slipping back. Or is the drum caving in? Oh yeah, dude, I'd be terrified of that freaking shackle coming over the top of that drum right into the cab. Oh, there he goes. All right, white truck is now pulling. Little tension. Oh boy in the cab is death gripping the steering wheel, trying to keep it straight.
Yeah, the front of the truck is higher until he gets
Yeah, and that. He's coming back. Well, that drum one's getting a little wild.
He's still just burying that back end though. Like if he's putting more down.
That's close. If it gets closer to the truck, it should start pulling up.
Yeah. On the front?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's a heck of a truck there, man. That's still a solid truck.
It's Peterbilt for you, brother. Oh, so that back axle's mega buried right now.
Probably the only thing saving the drum is there's a bunch of concrete stuck to it, stiffening it. Well, guys, they're pretty close to flat here. These guys are probably not stoked on the audience that has been here today. They're busting their butts. So the truck is kind of back onto flat. You can see it's still digging in quite a bit right there. Obviously, there is just a ton of dirt that's getting kind of plowed up with that rear bumper that goes across. I'm interested to see the condition of that bumper. We'll see how strong that thing is.
Steady hard! Come on, let's go! Keep going. Stop it, back up and hit the fucking gas and not stop. Gas it! Stop!
Got it. Woo! Yeah, you don't want to get stuck there. His front's digging in.
He's done.
Your wheel's not spinning.
Gets out of this, I'll be very impressed.
Dude, I'll bring my fuse back.
These damn things would come higher off the ground. Well, now the tow truck's trying to reposition, and he's kind of getting stuck.
Stop. Go, punchy.
Ooh.
You're not listening. God, man. I wanted it to go like this.
Can we get him out that way and then just back him around this way if he moves that truck? He opted to not try to go back out that way, but to go this way, there's a big roll off right here, so I'm gonna try to knock it down with the tractor for them. Let's see if it worked. We didn't want him to high center coming down this hill, so I think we got it pretty good. Oh yeah, easy day, easy day. We are coming up on 10 hours, guys. This has been quite the operation. I gotta hand it to these guys. I would not want to ever be a wrecker driver. Number one, you gotta stand way too close to that cable when you're running the winch controls on the side of the truck. But number two, like, the amount of crap they gotta go through. So if they hook up to the truck and they give it a little bit of a pull and they're like, oh no, this ain't the right angle. It's like an hour to reposition the truck, reposition the shackles, reposition the snatch blocks and all that stuff. I mean, it is, I don't think I have the patience for this job. James did offer to come over with his giant excavator and pick this thing up and get it out. We think it would have been out very quickly. However, especially once tow truck number 1 showed up on scene, the concrete company basically puts it in the tow truck company's hands because the tow truck company has insurance. James would have come over here if they signed off on him trying it and not being liable for anything that happens, but James has picked up pretty close to heavy as this or heavier than this, and being able to move it around with this big old excavator, which is really what this needs. It needed a straight pick, but these guys couldn't get their trucks close enough because they would have sank. But the excavator with the giant tracks could have easily gotten right up next to the concrete truck. So now that the white truck is repositioned, they're going to try to pull it out the original way that they wanted to pull this truck out from the very beginning. Right there, the truck sunk in about 2 feet deep, that white truck. So thankfully he was able to just get out instead of having a couple of trucks stuck. Luckily there's already an extra tow truck on scene. Ooh, she's making some funky sounds now. I'm gonna apologize for there being so many very far away shots. I'm filming on a GoPro, a little bit on my phone. My phone's been dead most of the day though. But yeah, we're just ain't trying to get killed by any cables today. I just got in there and took a couple of scoops out from behind the concrete truck. I mean, this thing is still decently buried. The bumper was in the way though, so I can only get so much. So they're gonna have to hand dig a little bit of that out. But we basically moved that whole pile over there with the tractor, and the old coyote don't get stuck. Now that they have unstrapped the tire, well, that was going over the drum, they were strapped to that tire. They've unstrapped it now, so you can actually put it in reverse, and well, it's not doing much. Oh, this is looking somewhat promising, y'all. They've got their two trucks anchored together right there. This is definitely the most neighbors I have seen ever since the fires. This one brought out a crowd, that's for sure. I don't know if that's good or bad. This is the best we've looked in a long time. I think another 8 feet you should be, hopefully.
One more gas. One more gas. You keep going. One more gas. You're spinning. It's coming out. Let it idle like you're doing. It's starting to fly back out now. Yeah, I see. Straighten your wheel out. Straighten your wheel out.
Oh yeah, you're digging hard.
I'm digging hard up there.
Turn it to the left. Left, left, left. It's coming, it's coming. Right, once you get up on this hump, it should work its way over. Oh, we're coming out of the ground back here, boys. Looking good. I'm just here for encouragement at this point. I'm the big cheerleader.
Yeah.
Woo! 11 hours. 11 hours. This thing's been in here.
I'm gonna go forward with this shit.
Yeah, that
That's
works.
what I'm talking about.
Hey, let's grab his chain first.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Mine are the 2 tanks.
He's gonna turn them out that way, right? So you can hook up?
You're gonna go left, so I can hook up from the front.
Yeah.
Go, James! More gas, forward! Forward! Go, James, go! Go, go, go!
Oh!
Stop, 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 stop. You!
Woo!
Right there! Go! Go!
Hold on, hold on!
I thought so. I wanted to unhook and send you.
Truck is hooked up. This is a 50 ton, right?
Yeah.
50 tons gonna be taking it out of here. So one thing that you gotta consider is there's I don't know, how much concrete do we think's in there weight-wise?
50,000.
All right, so it's a 50,000 pound brick right there that every time you go around a turn is now gonna wanna do something like that. But they gotta disconnect the drive shafts when they tow these big trucks like this. Apparently gotta hook up your air to his air, so there's brakes, right? Is that how that works? I don't know. Oh, it's to release the brakes? All right, that's above my pay grade. We are now in a convoy of these guys. I'm gonna show them a fire road to get out of here so they're not taking the super twisty, windy road, because again, they have all of that weight in that drum, and every turn they go around, and especially out here, you have like super narrow edges of the road that if you take the wrong turn, that road will give out and that truck's going down. Let it, boys. There she goes, y'all. 11 and a half hours later, she is out. Man, everybody today put in some dang work. Well, to wrap up this video, I wanted to come back in the daytime and show you guys just how gnarly and deep the ruts were when we pulled that truck out. It was about 4 feet deep at the time. However, in the last day or so, we've had a ton of rain, and check this out. This whole area has filled back in. So all of this sand and stuff, it washes down. You can see all the hills up there. This is kind of the natural valley, and all of that sand and sediment carries down right here, and it kind of settles here. You can see some of the water goes out. There's a culvert pipe right there that it can go through, but a lot of it sits underneath this layer. So right over here was 4 feet deep. That's how buried that truck was, and it is filled completely back up. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about walking over there. I don't want to sink in. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, yep, all right. Let's not get stuck. Yep. All right, that's bad. We're going out, we're out. Abort mission. Yeah, y'all, this area is super, super gnarly. Got to give a huge shout out to everybody that put in the work to get that truck out. I mean, that was no easy task. You can see everybody was dirty, wet, sunburnt. I mean, 12 hours that truck was sitting here, give or take. It was definitely, I think, the most stuck vehicle that has ever tried to attempt to go through this quicksand, and let's hope there's no more of that. Also, quick little fun fact, that concrete truck had just had its drum completely chipped out and chipped clean the night prior to it coming out here. So the first load that went back in that truck completely destroyed that drum, because I don't think they're gonna chip out a full drum of concrete. I think at that point they just toss the drum to the side and that truck ends up getting a new drum. Not really sure how that works. Yeah, that was a pretty expensive day. That sucked. Again, thankfully the company sent us out another truck right away, no questions asked, and everything seemed to have worked out. But with that, we're gonna wrap up as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now. That way you do not miss out on any future content, because you never know what's gonna happen out here. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforitapparel.com. Boom, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.